Hello, hey, it's Nick, Super Eccentric 21. Hope you're doing well. Just giving you a quick video here on. So I have a lot of people say, hey, I own a home. I really do want to move, but how do I do that? I'm not sure how to move from this house to that one. And it sounds like a silly question, but they're like, hey, like I have money I have locked up in this house. Like I don't even owe anything on this house, and I want to go move into another one. How do I do that? So you could go get a home equity loan on your current residence. Let's just say it's worth $350,000. They're going to give you typically about 80% of that. So you could get a line of credit open on that, and you could use that money to go purchase the next one. So you'd have to make a payment, an interest, payment to that lender for a short time while you're in the process of moving from one house to the next one. And then you'd sell yours. You'd move, and then you'd sell. Like that would be a scenario. Really, at the end of the day, that's like I'm going to say it's the easiest. Like it's the least, one of the less stressful ways of physically moving. You're really you're gonna pay one way or another. You're gonna pay a little bit at that time, or if you try to time it, you're gonna pay emotionally trying to time it. Because it just is gonna be harder on you. Emotionally to try to purchase a home and sell a home all at the same time. And so that's a different nuance. So you could get a short-term loan. You could just go out and, you're like, hey, I do own this one. You could go out and get a mortgage on the new house while you sell yours. If you did not own, if you had yours owned free and clear, you could do that. If you have, let's say you still have a mortgage on yours, but you have some decent equity, you could use it you could take additional loan out on your current residence and use it as a down payment on the other one. So you may have two mortgages, but you can maybe handle that for a few months. Again, these are just options. And then from there, we kind of move into like contingency options. And there's several contingency options. You would make an offer contingent on selling your house. And so from there, you say, okay, hey, I've found the house I want. I want to make an offer, and I want to sell mine. So there's different forms that can be used. One is you ask that future homeowner to take their home off the market. That you've given them an offer that they've accepted. You're putting your house on the market. Either you would earmark within how many days you'd put it on the market. You may have it on the market already, but if it's not, you would have to say, hey, I'll put it on the market within X amount of days. Commonly within a few days to show good faith. And then it'd be contingent on you selling yours. You may ask them for 30 days. You may ask them for 60 days. In this market, 30 days is probably the max you're going to see. It really depends on the deal and the scenario all the time too. So from there, it's not always that likely that the seller says, yeah, absolutely, let me take my house off the market and then lose the opportunity to sell it to somebody else without a contingency. So the next contingency would be one is called a knockout clause. You could have that where their house comes off the market, but there's a knockout clause. And then you maybe have 72 hours or a 48-hour notice. So, okay, they can still show their house. They can still sell it to somebody else, but you have the right to refusal. So you'd have to be able to have the ability to remove your contingency. So you might be like, hey, I'm going to do a contingent, and if they get an offer, you would have so much time to come up with the way to remove your contingency. That one's not that common in our marketplace. It happens, but it's not that common. People would either, if they're going to pull their house off the market into that pending status or contingent status, they typically would just do it for an allotted amount of time, that 30 days, 60 days. So then the other one is it's contingent, but the seller has the right to continue marketing. And that's a nuanced difference, is because the other one where it goes contingent, they don't have the right to continue marketing it. They could still show it, but it is like contingent, like it is pending, if you would. Where the right to continue marketing is your house, that house, they can still, it's in an active status. They can show it, they can receive an offer without any notice to you that has made an offer. And people go, well, why would I do that? So I have my house for sale. I have an offer accepted on this one, but they can sell it out from under me at any time. But if you have any kind of confidence in selling yours, and yours goes on the market, and the moment it your house goes under contract, you are then in contract with them, assuming they have not accepted an offer yet. So I really do like it because people, well, I don't want to get involved in that don't make sense. It's good for both parties. Hey, the seller has an offer, so an agreed offer, and then when you get your home under contract, boom, you're literally moving forward at that point. But they also have the ability and freedom to continue to sell to somebody else. So that's it's good for both parties, and so it's just something to consider. That's the one it is used most common in this marketplace right now. So nobody really knows that there's no public way of knowing that there's been an offer accepted on that home, except for that you have an offer accepted. So those are ways to buy a home in this market right now. If you want to know a little bit more, probably kind of broad brush that a little bit. So if you want to know more about it, let me know. Give me a call. Hope you're doing well. Have a blessed day.